Everyone white balance? Questions for Nicklin?
Nicklin, why don't you just talk about what this means having the defending national champion in here on Wednesday night?
It's going to be a big match, and I think there's a lot of hype around this match because of what happened last year, and we are 3 points away from being the national champions. So I think for us, it's just kind of controlling all of the other stuff that's outside the volleyball aspect of it, because I think if we just go in and play Nebraska volleyball, we'll be successful.
What is that other stuff?
Just the hype around it. It's the number one playing number two, us losing last year, and I feel like a lot of things like that can affect how you play. And I feel like with this young team, we just need to make sure that that's not a factor in this game, and we go out swinging our best and being our best.
How do you keep the young guys, young players grounded here? Because you know that environment's going to be pretty incredible.
I think just telling them to go out there and be themselves and play how we play in practice, and I think that's been a huge thing for us this year is just going out and performing how we do in practice, because that's good enough and that's the Nebraska volleyball way. And so just kind of talking to them, you know, a volleyball game is a volleyball game. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going to go out there and play our best.
Nicklin, what do you make of this college volleyball atmosphere with Stanford getting beat over the weekend? It seems like every week something happens. What do you think?
Yeah, it's crazy. You go on social media and it's like there's another upset. Someone else is losing. And I think it just kind of shows that all teams can be beaten, and you just have to bring your A game every night. And we kind of had that this weekend. If you're not bringing your A game, anyone can challenge you. And I think it's kind of a good lesson for everybody.
Nicklin, when you factor in all the different motivating sources for this game coming up on Wednesday, how much is revenge from last year's championship a piece of that? Because I know that you guys want to win it for this year's team and for the test that you're facing, but when you think back to that, how much is that motivating?
Yeah, we always talk about those 3 points that we lost by, and it's been a huge part of this team as well, because we're gonna be motivated, and we don't want to lose by 3 points again, and we want to be 3 points better. And so I think just thinking about it, there is that revenge factor there, but I feel like we can't let it affect us too much, because that's when you get going and you have too much adrenaline, and that's when you kind of get out of hand. So I think we just need to control that a little bit.
Coach talked about after Saturdays that you guys need to take it up to another level too. What does that look like on the court, taking things up a notch to compete with Stanford?
Yeah, I think just playing Nebraska volleyball, and I think the little things like our communication and our errors, I think if we cut that stuff down, then it'll look a lot cleaner in the Nebraska volleyball way. And I think we've been there in practice, and we've seen glimpses of it in games. I think it's just playing at a consistent level for an entire match throughout. So.
What do you expect out of that environment Wednesday night?
I know it's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun, and we have the best fans in the nation, so I know they're going to come and they're going to be super loud, and I know there's going to be a ton of support from everyone who even can't go to the game, and I think that's pretty awesome.
Lexi has had some big matches recently. How has the connection between you and her built over the last year?
Yeah, it's built a lot. I think we were both new last year, so it was just over time getting used to how each other plays and how we can connect. And, I felt like she's really stepped up this year and, been that go-to player, and I feel like we've really needed that, and she's been that person.
Later today, the coaches will come out. Good chance you'll be the number one team in the nation. Do you embrace that? What do you think?
Yeah, we embrace it, but I feel like it's one of those other outside factors that we can't let weigh in on us. And it's going to be great being number one, but it doesn't matter because like you said, anyone can lose. And so being number one is great, but you got to keep winning to stay number one. So.
What do you think of the decision to schedule Stanford, knowing that you guys would be pretty young to start the season?
I think it's good. I think it's a good test, and Stanford is definitely one of the best teams in the nation, and they have a lot of experience, and I think you can really test to see how good you are against them, and if you can battle, then you know that you're there. So I think it's good that it's going to be a great test for us, just to see where we are and how much we need to improve towards the end of the season.
Hi, this is Jason Jorgensen, Sports Director at KRVN. Thanks for watching our YouTube video. To keep up to date with everything we have going on with our sports coverage, you can find that, and we'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Just hit the little red button in the right corner.